Hey everybody, Blind Way Back, I'm Aaron.
I'm Eric.
And we are getting into our Q&A for Heroes Week 3.
Yes,
which
we
is
are.
actually Episode 4.
Which is Episode 4.
What was it called? The Needs of the Many.
The Needs of the Many.
Yeah. Was there any thoughts you had right off the bat for
Not really. Just, I'm getting tired of seeing Hero in the promos.
But not
and
being
not
in
seeing
this...
him. I think a lot of people are. We didn't get a whole lot of questions around this time, and I think some people are starting to fall off a little bit, because they really need to pick it up. I still enjoy it. I still have fun watching it and joking and stuff like that. But I'm really hoping that they pick up.
They just kind of need to give us something.
They do.
There's not many episodes in this season, is there?
No,
is it only like a 13 episode
I
or something
think
like
so.
that, or?
We're already past episode 4.
Yeah, we're going to have 5 coming
and
down.
I haven't really learned...
We don't really know what they're
anything.
trying to stop or what they're really doing.
We don't know what they're trying to stop. It happened to Claire with HRG and all that stuff. We don't know what the hell's going on with Miko. We haven't seen Hero or Parkman, seen Mohinder, Mama Petrelli, anybody that they sold that entire fucking trailer on.
Yeah.
You know? So, I am getting slightly frustrated. I just want the story to go. You got me. I'm already watching. You don't need to sell me on all these new characters, yet don't tell me anything about them.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead. Let's see. Let's see what our viewers have to say.
Yeah, let's see what some people we're thinking here. Ryan with Tolleson.
Okay.
I don't know if it's so much a question, but he says, I'm thinking the video from the hospital was actually a future Noah who went back in time with Hero to find out what happened that led to, the Haitian trying to kill him and Molly killing herself and all that. So that...
Oh, so like he's going to go find Hero. Hero's going to, okay, I'll take you back. And then we're going to see him get his chance of...
saying bye to Claire.
And then that was
all
the video of it.
Yeah, so it's recorded. That's why it was kind of jumpy.
Yeah, that's really good. I mean, because obviously we're made to think that was recorded and they had done whatever they did on June 13th.
We know that, we know Hero was involved somehow because Noah's already like there's time jumping and stuff like that, so Hero was involved.
Yeah.
But rather than us thinking that it happened on that day...
Rather than that being past Hero and Noah,
it's the
future.
Hero that's coming up that we'll see, and they'll go, that'd be interesting.
I'd be super surprised if that didn't happen, though. I think
I think
it's a pretty good theory.
Okay,
yeah.
I like that.
Yeah.
Good job, Ryan.
Yeah, now when it happens, I'm not gonna be surprised. Thanks, buddy.
Jess Patel just kind of said something about back with Priest and Carlos, I think it is.
Yeah.
Or is it Jose? I can't remember which one's which. I think Jose's the young one. Carlos is the new masked vigilante, I think.
Yeah.
But
El Luchador.
Whenever we were like, well, why they shoot the priest? Apparently he was actually tased.
Yeah, because I was like, is he shot? Is he dead? But no, they tased him.
But at the same time, how the hell did he get hit anyway?
He shouldn't have, because he
should have just been smoke.
He can practically phase at that point, right?
It should have been smoke, and it should have just went...
And then the kid could actually phase.
Yeah.
How could you ever feel in danger?
Like neither one of them should have been caught.
Maybe they're just not experienced using their powers.
I don't know. The one guy, grabbed someone else and used the powers... Like, the priest saved the one guy. He's like, we're both missed.
Okay, he's good at, hiding and stuff. Maybe he's not very good at,
Well, he should have hid with a guy pointing a gun. Or a taser.
I know.
Ah!
You're right. You are right. That was frustrating. Because it seems like it was the easy way to go.
Yeah. Unless maybe he wanted to get caught.
I'd be surprised.
I mean, maybe he wanted to get caught, try to find some stuff out, and then he'll just turn to mist while he's tied up and just float away.
I think you're taking a big chance of guessing correctly that the guy is going to use a taser and not a gun on you.
Yeah.
I mean, if something that does this and it fires, I'm going to be like, oh, they got the taser. You know? I'm like, because I don't know if it was a gun or not.
True.
So.
All right.
Yeah.
Another question from Pedro Barcelos.
Pedro!
Hello, Pedro! We already know that Phoebe can shut down other Evo powers. What if she can trigger them as well? His thought is that Renatus used Phoebe's powers to trigger other Evos on June 13th. What if Dennis had nuclear abilities and Renatus used her power to... Oh, and Renatus is trying to use his power to create a weapon that could kill almost everyone on the planet.
Dennis is Zachary Levi's son,
That would be the son, Luke's son.
So they just happen to have the same power?
I still don't think Luke is nuclear.
I don't know. I mean...
I think his is just like a transfer of energy and stuff.
Is it yeah, it could be. I mean, he seems to only get his power from the sun in the last couple episodes.
It's like Solar Man.
Even though it doesn't make sense because he did it in the car before, and when you're in a car, you're not exposed to any radiation from the sun.
Well, he absorbed it prior and was holding it within.
I don't know.
Zap something.
It was a little... It's a tiny bit, I think, inconsistent. from like one episode to another. I feel.
I mean, not if he absorbed it. I mean, that one time, like when he was in the room, he put his hand out and it absorbed it.
Yeah, no,
and then
I
he
get
went
that.
over out of the sun and then like boiled water.
Yeah, but like, what is he absorbing? Is he absorbing UV light radiation, or is he just absorbing just light in general? Because light in general is not going to give you a lot of energy, but the UV light energy is going to give you a lot that. But that doesn't pass through like glass and a car and a diner. And in the diner, he made his the thing heat up.
It passes by some, just not as
much. I mean, not as intense. I'd be interested to see, like, does he have to store it for a long time and then he can release it? Mm-hmm. Or can he just pretty much do it instantly?
I don't know.
I feel like some of the new powers, even though I was like Luke's, definitely.
Yeah.
I feel like some of the new powers are very undefined.
Like what Pedro said with Phoebe.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Phoebe.
I don't know. I don't know if she can... The only things we saw her stop were fire.
Yeah.
And there was someone that was levitating, I think, right?
There was a kid that was levitating.
See, that one doesn't... My original theory is that she was pulling away, like, light source and everything, which maybe that somehow extinguished the flame. Mm-hmm. But with the levitation thing, I don't...
There's no
I got no way to really kind of...
He's using Kai.
Yeah. So... But if she could trigger them by doing, like, an opposite thing, I don't know. Maybe. That could be interesting.
I mean, she certainly looks pretty into her power.
Oh, yeah, right now she looks like a Sith. She looks like a Sith Lord now.
That was really surprising, I thought.
Like, it looks like she's going to be the villain. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Ugh.
What'd they call her? The Shadow, or...?
Pedro, I like your thought there. We'll have to see what happens with that. Chanel Kitty Harris.
Meow.
Do you think Tommy's power just works by thinking about it? When he teleported Levi and his wife, he said he was thinking about a place he was taken as a child.
Yeah.
And when he teleported the flower, he said he was thinking about the first time he met her. He always said thinking. He never said pictured. I mean...
I don't know. I mean...
Kind of the same thing?
I guess. I mean, thinking versus knowing where it is, I think, is something that we need to figure out here. Because I said this during the reaction, like... I can think of my parents' living room. I know what direction it's in. I know what it looks like. I know the contours of the room. I know I'm not going to get stuck in a wall. I know exactly where I need to go.
You can picture it too, though, right?
And I can picture it. But I can't picture your parents' room because I've never... front room, because I've never been in your house.
But
I don't know where they live. I don't know where it's at. I can think of Aaron's parents, Aaron's parents' living room. Is my power going to be like, look, going through Google Maps, like, shit.
Where is it?
Here! You know? And then I end up, like, at your grandparents' bathroom inside the toilet. You know?
My dad's using it.
Yeah. Like, the cool thing about Heroes always, I felt, was that the powers, even though they're extraordinary, were somewhat rooted in reality. And I don't think these ones are.
Yeah.
And I do like Tommy's. I like his power. I like the use of it. I kind of like the look of the effect. I don't like that he can just think about where he needs to go. And that's where he goes. I think that he needs to be able to...
You like the way Nightcrawlers worked? Where he had to see where
he
was
teleporting? He had to at least see where he needed to go. Yeah.
He could try to teleport inside, but there was a risk that he could be like inside a wall or something crazy. Rather than just like, well, I see over there, I'm going to go right there.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It seems more like magic than it does like a power.
Alrighty, Alex VK, what do you think of the possibility of the blonde Eskimo girl, Melina, having some sort of biology/elemental powers? She brought butterflies back to life, grew a tree from scratch, controls the northern lights, and in one preview, they show her controlling air or wind to push someone away.
Okay. We don't watch previews, Alex.
Yeah, we haven't seen that.
No spoilers. Elemental power. I mean, what is she? The fucking Captain Planet?
Yeah, right?
I don't know.
She's the hero.
This is... I mean, I know. Don't get me wrong. I like this show, and I want to do good. But this is kind of highlighting one of my problems. Is I don't fucking know anything. I don't know her as a character. I don't know what the hell she's doing. I don't know why it's Mordor up there. I don't know why there was fucking butterflies. I don't know why she made a fucking tree. I don't know why that one guy freaked out when she saw her make a tree.
See, the one thing I like...
I don't know why that woman turned invisible to punch him. And she wasn't even that invisible.
No, she's like a predator.
Yeah.
The one thing I liked in even Dark Matters was that in the first episode you met Phoebe, and you learned that she could control her shadow without having to like actually move. Her shadow could just be controlled. But then as it progressed, you learned to what, at least more as far as like to what element of how much she could control it.
Yeah.
Like eventually she was removing light to make more shadows, you know?
But the one thing I like about that is that she is a well-defined character before she starts delving into her powers. As in, like, we can tell she's a normal girl. She's your, average girl next door.
Yeah.
She has a brother that loves her. Their parents are gone. Like, we care about her character. Whereas this Eskimo girl, you see her and she's just saying some shit, and we're like, okay, and that's it. And then we see her again, she's saying more shit, and we're like, oh, okay. And then we see her again, and she's raising butterflies from the dead and creating trees, and we're like, yeah, okay.
Yeah, true.
We don't know anything about her character. Why we know?
I feel like we only have that with like a couple characters. Yeah. I feel like a lot of them, we at least know the character of them.
You're right. But it seems to me, like, especially with, I think it was this last episode, they had that one scene that all of the heroes looked to the sky together and saw the Northern Lights, right?
Yeah.
And that has to do with Melina. And I don't really know, or at this point care what's going on with her, because I don't know anything about that. Like, how can I get invested in a story in which I know no information?
True.
That woman, the invisible woman, who can't really turn invisible, kept saying, like, you need to be strong. They're going to need your help. All this. I'm like, why? For what? Who are you?
See, at least with her, though, I do feel like she has something important to do with the story.
Yeah.
As opposed to, like, El Vengador or whatever. Mm-hmm. Like, I just feel like he's just over there just doing, like, I don't get how he's going to be related to anything. Everyone else, I can kind of, like, see how they're all being pulled in or having some kind of relation to each other eventually. Yeah. Except for them.
Yeah.
I don't get them.
Well, it's because I don't know. And the thing about our old heroes in the old show is, like, there was pretty much just those guys that had powers, whereas here, fucking a fifth of the population seem to have powers.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
More seem to have it.
So why are those 5 or 6 special?
Maybe all those people had powers before, but it was so much more secretive. Now that it's out in the open, so many more people have powers.
But HRG's included in there. He's gonna have fucking power.
I like HRG.
I know, I love him, but they put him in there.
Don't diss HRG.
I ain't diss him at all. You've noticed that I have never said anything about HRG when it really comes to complaining about the show or nitpicking.
True. Kind of going with the Melina thing.
Yeah.
Omega Delta Phoenix also asked, "Do you think it's possible Melina could bring Molly back to life?" Well,
were the butterflies dead or were they just frozen?
Were they just cold and she just warmed them up?
I don't know. Can she bring someone back to life?
I don't know.
I mean, that's a... So she can do that, grow trees, grow Northern Lights, and bring someone back to life. That's quite a power base.
I don't know if the butterflies were dead. They could have just been cold and kind of like in this like hibernation-y stasis type of thing, maybe?
I don't know. She kind of like... that one, like, thawed out when she touched it.
Yeah. So maybe she just heated it up. But if she brought Molly back, is she going to have like a giant hole in her skull?
I think that when you start bringing characters back from the dead, even though there's shows I love that do it, you lose your stakes. Death becomes meaningless.
True.
So it would be cool to see Molly, but she's dead.
That's why everyone loves Game of Thrones.
That is why everybody loves Game of Thrones.
Doesn't matter who you are.
No.
You could be dead next episode.
You could be the main character on the poster, sitting on the throne in the poster, and be like, I'm gotta be safe because I'm the main character.
And then you die next episode.
Spoilers!
Alright. Richard Roberts' theory for the Q&A. I think Noah wanted to protect Claire. He got Hero to take her back to the past, then faked her death, and got with a Haitian to wipe his memory, so even he doesn't know where Claire is. This would explain why Molly said to Noah, "If I tell you, you would go back."
Okay, so he's saying that he's actually doing this to hide Claire, and that Claire's still alive?
Maybe.
Okay.
That's the idea he's going with. Claire isn't dead. See, where my theory was that he killed Claire to try to stop something, and now he wanted to forget it.
See,
his is the opposite.
Yours fits a little bit better because Molly seemed disgusted with Noah, whereas if that happened, you figure that she'd be more sympathetic to him.
Yeah, and just be like, "I can't tell you, you have to go."
Yeah.
Whereas before, she's like, "No, it's you! Run!"
Yeah, she seemed very, very scared, almost.
But like, she would rather kill herself than to go and help him, you know?
True.
With this scenario, I think that she'd have been like, "Get me out of here."
Yeah.
But you gotta protect me, but I can't tell you.
I mean, to be fair, she killed herself so that her power couldn't be used against her fellow meta-humans. Evos.
Maine Wilson. This sounds like something you'd like, Eric.
Mm-hmm.
Feels like there are multiple writers doing each story and none of them are communicating. Consistency is all over the place. as the way each power works seems to change from episode to episode.
I slightly feel like that could be the case. Or it's a case of they have a large writing room and then everybody splits off to do individual episodes. They also talk about everything, but I don't know. See, this is why I thought as a miniseries, this thing's going to be a lot more cohesive. It's going to move a lot faster, and we're going to be able to just enjoy the story and not left frustrated versus wonderfully excited.
Yeah, it seems like they're trying to leave all those questions you had in like a 21 episode season.
Yeah.
In this like 10, 14 episode season that they're doing, and it's just like I want to know at least let me know like what the big bad thing is.
Why is Mordor?
Wasn't it season 1 of Heroes?
Yeah.
I think episode 1, maybe 2, Hero found out that New York was gonna go nuclear and explode.
Yeah,
right?
and future Hero visits Peter, save the cheerleader, save the world.
Yeah, and that was in the first couple episodes.
Yeah, and we're good. We're gonna
so
go.
You're like, okay, we gotta save a cheerleader. We gotta stop a big bomb in New York, and then eventually you learn more about what that bomb is.
Yeah.
At least then, even episode 1, you knew what bad thing was gonna happen that they had to try to stop. Yeah. I don't know what the bad thing is.
You knew every character's motivation, what they're trying to do, and you were excited for them to get there. Mm-hmm. Like, with Noah, we don't know what he's trying to do. Like, is he trying to find Claire? Like, is he just trying to figure out what happened?
Is he trying to stop Renatus?
Did he just completely, just straight up leave his fiancée? And he just took off.
Yeah, I don't know if he told her.
Did he say, like, hey, I gotta go on a business trip, I'll be gone for, like, 3 months?
I gotta go sell cars.
I gotta learn. We have no idea what happened with that. I mean, the only person that I can empathize with is the guy that's with Noah.
No.
Whatever his name is.
I can empathize with Tommy. I feel like Tommy's story is pretty decent.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, the thing about...
The only question is his power.
The thing with his power was kind of weird, and then he did make some questionable choices with letting them use their blood and going and stealing the blood and then coming back and then not using his power to get away.
I think it was just desperation of, like, I want to save my mom, I can't let her come into harm and that kind of stuff. But...
I mean, he could just teleport away to his mom, teleport him and his mom to the fucking hospital on the other side of the world.
You gotta just...
If he can just think about it, I'll think about a safe place for me and my mom that has blood. You know what I'm saying? When you write yourself into those corners, then you gotta be creative in the way you come out. I hope they start getting really creative. I hope they get in that writer's room.
That's why Peter lost powers and why Hero couldn't time travel.
Well, that was not correct. I didn't feel it was.
Which I don't... Can Hero time travel now? I still don't know. I want to know.
I thought it would be nice to find out if we saw him
ever. All right, that's all the questions we had for this episode at least. Hopefully, we'll get some answers in episode 5.
We've said that since episode 1, but I will say I know I'm being very nitpicky and I seem frustrated. I still enjoy the show. Yeah, I still definitely want to react to it. I want you guys to ask questions and stuff. You know, we would like to try to get more diverse questions, so try to be really creative with some topics that we can really go over. That'd be nice.
Yeah. Now this will be out here Thursday morning, so tonight is going to be the new episode of Heroes. Make sure to come back in tomorrow for our Heroes reaction. And then if you guys have more questions, more theories, more thoughts, whatever, make sure you put Q&A and send those in on the comments down below. Make sure you like, subscribe, and until next time, I'm Aaron.
I'm Eric.
And we'll see you guys later. Where the hell did it go?